Hey everybody, how we doing? Sunnyvale Rejects back in the house for the first time in 2025. That's right, y'all. Happy New Year. I hope your holidays were spectacular, that you had a great time with your friends and family, and that not only did you get the gifts that you wanted, but that you gave great gifts and made people's day. Did you make any New Year's resolutions? I did. I'll only name two. One, I'm going to be better to my mother. She lives with me, and because I see her all the time, I take it for granted, but I will not ever again. And I'm going to stop dwelling on the past. It produces the wrong chemicals, you're living in the wrong space, and it doesn't do any good. Except for the bit of history that I need to write about. Okay, I'll forget about everything else but what I could use to write about. Okay, I'm shutting up. In 2024, I gave you guys a list of books that I wanted to read, and I read the majority of them. I read 25 books. And remember, please, I'm a father and I'm a teacher, and I'm busy as hell. We all are. These are the books that I didn't read in 2024 that I have to make sure I read in 2025. Hit and Run. Hit and Run. Cameron Chaney really likes this book, says there's a really creepy scene in it, and I can't wait to read it and get there. Disney Hyperion's Frenzy. Frenzy. What's his name? Robert Litterick. Frenzy. Gotta read this. Kind of a creature feature. I gotta get through this book, y'all. This is so much fun. I love Fear Street. I read probably 30 books in the last year and a half, Fear Street, so I'm making a big dent in the list of Fear Street books I want to read, and ultimately read them all. Gotta read this in 2025. The Betrayal. Okay, this is my new favorite writer. It's Sean Hudson. Erebus. I love Sean Hudson's writing so far. I'm about to finish this book. It is very, very fast-paced, grotesque, gory, very vivid, rough sex scenes, things like that. You're going to love Sean Hudson. If you haven't read him yet, give it a try. Akin to Dean Kent's, just action on just about every page, and when it's lulling, in the narrative, it's not long before an animal kills somebody, or somebody murders somebody, or something happens that brings back the excitement. I've got some more of his books I'll show you someday. All right? Okay, that's that for 2024. C'est la vie. Goodbye 2024. Bring on 2025, y'all. And this is going to be the best year yet for all of us. Just coffee. Mark my words, it's going to be a great year for everybody. So this is about 15 books here that I want to get through in 2025. Of course, I'll swap them in and out. And I don't want to lie and say this is a set list, but this is what I'm hoping to read. Here we go. Dead Time Stories. Grave Secrets. I love these little books. I'll be reading a 500-page John Saul novel and one of these at the same time. Dead Time Stories. H.E. Gasconi. Two Sisters. Writing team. Spine Shivers. The Creature in the Crystal. The Creature in the Crystal. I have all of these books but one. They're everything you could hope for in a middle grade series. Yeah. Spine Shivers. The Creature in the Crystal. You'll know I can't leave my boy John Saul off the list. I'm going to read everything he's written too, and behind me I have every book that he ever wrote, so I'll make it through the list at some point. But this is the God Project, an old book club edition. Look at that guy. He's serious. He knows what he wants in life and he's going for it. He had a great plan too. It worked. That's the God Project. Okay, where to from here? Yes. I'm going to start here. I'm going to reread this book and I'm going to see where it takes me. I want to read, what's it called? Garden of Shadows also. That's Neiderman, I believe. I want to start here. B.C. Andrews, Flowers in the Attic. The one that started it all. I'm going to read some Fear Street, obviously. I talked about the Betrayal. I'm going to read Killer's Kiss. Heard great things about this. Killer's Kiss. And the first 4 Fear Street books. The first 4 Fear Street books. I love this edition, this copy. It's a modern bind-up and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, really. This is a great gift giver right here. If you have a young person in your life, a cousin, a niece, nephew, something like that, and they're looking to get into reading, give them this. And, like I said, it's a modern bind-up, so you got Oh, I like that. The end papers are pretty nice. Look at that title page. It's kind of cool. So we have The New Girl, The Surprise Party, The Overnight, and Missing. And I read The New Girl, so I'm going to finish this. Got to read some Stephen King. Why not read The Firestarter, this beautiful copy that looks good in the hands? Beautiful, right? You guys know what this story is about. It's The Firestarter. Look at that. Brilliant. Got to read some Michael Crichton. Got to. I have every book he wrote except the one that came out after he died. I think it's called Eruption, something like that, with James Patterson and his wife, helped write it, helped finish it. I don't have any interest to read that, but I'm going to read this, and I have all of his books sitting here. I'll read Pirate Latitudes, Andromeda Strain, Congo. Come on, you name it. I'm going to dig into some Crichton. What else we got here? I'm really digging Christopher Pike. I'm going to read Master of Murder, Christopher Pike. I've been eating them up, and I was a little bit hard on Christopher Pike in the beginning, but I just heard so many good things, and I read one that I didn't like, but then I picked up some more, and I was wrong, and I have to admit that, and Christopher Pike is indeed the shit. A.M. Rice, baby, come on. The Tale of the Body Thief in this beautiful copy. Look at that. Nice edition. Off of Pango for probably like $1.75. Got that step back art. She was from New Orleans. Wrote a lot about New Orleans. And God bless New Orleans. You guys know what I'm talking about. God bless those folks. They're strong and they're going to rebound, but God bless them. Tale of the Body Thief. There's another Fear Street book. One Evil Summer. I'm going to get through this. I'm going to love it. I'm going to tell you all about it. And then I'm going to find some kid that hates reading at school, and I'm going to say, give this a try. Yes. Another Michael Crichton. Sphere. Spooky. Intellectual. Some say he focuses on the science too much. I think he focuses on characters and plot equally. The science, he doesn't overdo it, but you got to have some science in a book about science and technology because you want to sound informed. You don't want to feed your readers bullshit. You know what I'm saying? This is a beautiful copy. It's Michael Crichton's Sphere. Loved the movie. I hope I love the book. The cover is beautiful. Ruby Jean Jensen. Night Thunder. Ruby Jean Jensen. Stupid sticker. Actually, this copy's seen better days, so it is a reading copy. I'll read this story, and then I'll pass this book on to Goodwill or some student that, again, is a reluctant reader. And last but not least, Richard Lehman. I have to get into some Richard Lehman. I have Bite, and I won't tell you which other book of his I have on the way, but you will see it soon. I've really appreciated you guys. I guess I've only been doing this since March, but you guys have really accepted me into this community and showed me love and respect, and I hope I give it back tenfold. I want to pay it forward, and I try to with everybody that I see. So thank you. I hope that this really is a great year for you. And tell me what's on your TBR. I'd love to know. And if you've got any suggestions or any comments about the books you've seen, please let me know. In the meantime, guys, stay cool. Keep reading. Keep your head up. Don't let things get you down. Focus on what's really important. And I've got some great videos coming up. I have a Women of Vintage Horror book haul coming up. And I have a, vintage book haul bonanza video coming up. The rest will be a surprise. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Stay cool and keep reading.